Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome to Old World. I have been really enjoying this game. However, I think we've kind of got enough info about the early game, so going forward, I'm going to be kind of chilling out a little bit. And what I mean by that is I'll be showing you less of the moment-to-moment gameplay. Now, I'll still be showing you most of it. Now, where was that settler I was producing? Okay, so I have a settler on the way to there. I have a settler on the way... I need like a list of all of my units because, yeah, it looks like I have one settler out. I have 3 cities I need to settle. So if I come over here to Ostia again, I think I'll get to work on another settler here. It'll take 10 turns, but I think that's the right move to do. Aulus has found some trappers from the Arctic Waste, so I could send him home. I'll gain a bit of culture. He'll become robust. Or I could send him to keep exploring. He has actually leveled up quite a bit. I'm going to tell him to keep exploring. Yeah, keep exploring for me there, please. He actually became a Highlander. My mother has been governing this city long enough to actually get some experience here. She could become a carpenter or eloquent. Eloquent is quite powerful here. Wisdom is okay. I think I'm going to take eloquent because that extra civics here means I'll be able to train up some more of these pearls fishers like way faster. The only thing I'm running into though is I'm having a bit of a growth slump in here. So I might throw down like a couple of granaries to see if we can't just up the growth in here. Although they do cost wood to maintain, so it can be hard to justify. I definitely feel like we go for another quarry here. All right, time to clear another barb camp. Get into position, attack there. You come forward, get that kill. Lovely. What I really like about this game is you can select enemy units and then like hover over a tile and see how much damage they'll do to your units. It's a really, really cool mechanic. I really like how much information this game gives you. I feel like there's a lot of things about Old World that should totally become standard in like 4X games forever. Like just UI stuff, all sorts of things that, make the moment-to-moment gameplay of playing a 4X game just really, really nice. That's something I really, really appreciate about the game. You see here, my enemy cities are starting to develop. They've got like little shrines and stuff. Oh, okay. So we spawned a Vandal army down in the south. I'll need to find a unit to defend there. So Persia's leaders died. And my son and Dido have actually given birth to a daughter, which is interesting. I would have thought Romulus would be dead by now. I would like to pick up aristocracy here because that will give me access to the ambassador. I'd also like to get metaphysics though. So yeah, let's get aristocracy. Let's focus on developing our empire. Now, my settler will have to use a marched order here unless I want to settle there. Do I want to settle here or here? If I settle here, I grab those goat tiles. Whereas if I settle here, I get on the river. I think I'm going to go grab the goat tiles because those are going to be useful. I would like another landowner city, actually. This feels like a landowner city. You know, lots of rural resources. If I press N, you see these are all goats. There's wheat over here. It will mean I'll be low on champion cities, but the landowners are really, really nice. Problem is they get bonus resources from crop resources. Yeah. No, I think I'm going to settle the landowners over here. So that means I'm either settling the statesmen or the champions here. And I reckon this is like a border city. So having the champions here would be pretty good. All right, I'm now known as Romulus the Great. We've acquired 50,000 legitimacy points, which is kind of insane if you think about it, or 50,000 score points towards our legitimacy. This warrior is probably my best one poised to go defend this city. I'm gonna soft march him first, then use up my builders, and then hard march him. Oh, right, I have my Hastatus actually. I can't upgrade you to a legionary yet, but maybe when I get more culture. But the Hastatus is really, really strong. Like, look at this damage it's gonna do. Having this unit is a game changer. I may have to cancel this action. Let's cancel that quarry. Cancel that quarry and retreat to the city. Can you retreat for me? Thank you. Heal up. We'll get the Hastatus over here to help. Can I add a general to this unit? Let's see here. Prince Titus. I believe he's my heir, right? Yeah, let's put our heir in control of this unit. Let's do it. So my heir is now leading this Hastatus, which would be a good opportunity to actually level him up a bit. We got our first barracks in this city, which will help level up our units. Maybe I'd be good to get a second one. Do I not have enough orders to do that? I'd have to buy some orders. Well, I have a decent number of those. You know what? Can I do this instead? Maybe I buy an order, build a barracks on this little peninsula. It's worth 2.6 training per year, which means we can get military very, very quickly. But more importantly, it also gives us access to passive experience for our military units and the ability to train officers who can become master officers and then eventually up to elder officers who will provide 4 training per year, 50 experience for new units, and 3 science per year. So they're very, very powerful, these sort of potential officers. This is my capital city. This is where I plan to train a lot of military when war comes. Cornelia is building a rivalry with Queso, the Julii family. I think I could sabotage him, which would lower his thing. I would be villainous. She would become allied with me, having weaknesses, so I would lose some legitimacy, but my daughter, who's second in line, would become humble, or I can pay some money to make her disciplined. I like that paying money for science thing. Or I can just get +1 wisdom and make her owe me a favor. I'll take the time to personally train her. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so Roma would like to do autonomous rule. Oh, interesting. The city of Roma would like to establish autonomy. Zenobia would like to reign over the city as its governor. Permanent in Rome. Interesting. So I don't think I can ever do that. I don't think I can ever undo this, but this is my capital city. I don't want the city to have autonomous rule. That feels terrible. Now, I would get access to Zenobia, I guess. I think I'd rather have her just marry someone, and I'll get her that way. Oh, we actually have become known as the Great. So we've obviously hit some sort of milestone that makes us pretty spooky. Not spooky, pretty powerful. So we can send 6 luxuries to families. I'm not feeling very ambitious right now. We can have positive income in every resource category, which will get us a new ambition, or we can control the hunter population. I think a hunter population will take a very, very long time, but I think intensify our production harvest is definitely possible. So we have quite a lot of ambitions right now, and this guy's very old, so it's unlikely we're going to hit all of these ambitions, but we could definitely hit some of them. Oh yeah, let's make sure we're getting all these units scouted about and stuff. Ooh, I forgot to use these military units. Well, let's buy 2 more orders. Let's buy 3 more orders and just get those guys to attack and do what they need to do. Babylonia and Egypt are now in truce. My brother has gained courage. I thought he would be dead by now. And Agrippa the Younger has died, who was a hero, I think, who was leading an army. So let's see if we can't clear out some of this stuff. Another barb camp. My Hestatus is in position to kill... Well, actually, if I position him slightly better right there, I can actually get that kill. Very nice. 30 XP for that kill, which is 30 XP straight for Prince Titus. Nice. We got our very first quarry online up here. We're going to get our second one. Each one of these quarries is worth about 10 stone each once they're fully upped with adjacency and stuff like that. Oh, we found we finished a quarry, and so we can get dragon bones. We could become cruel, or a little bit of science. I'll take the science. A little boost of science, always welcome. Shave a turn off my tax. Please do, thank you. Okay, Babylonia is at war with Carthage. Roman paganism has been founded. Cool. Which is like a religion, I believe. So it seems to be a simple religion. Prince Titus is sick. Okay, that's not good. We have the ability to go to monasticism, which could open up monasteries, polytheism, etc. I think I'd like to pick a pasture tech, though. Although I really like the idea of maybe going for a religion this game. Religion is a great way to get science, is the thing. You can build monasteries, you can build groves, you can build temples. You know, I have an ambition to actually increase my lumber per year. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the lumber mill. Clear you out, I'll kill you out. And then I think my Hastati has a kill to make, like there. And then this warrior, I'm going to park on this barracks and upgrade him to an axeman later, but not right now. But I'll just let him sit there and park and gain experience slowly. So you can spread paganism by building shrines. That's like the primary way. I'd like more growth in this city. I think developing this city probably involves a lot of specialists. Right now, the only thing I can afford to do is things like forums and treasury. So I'll get those going. So we get another choice of laws here. We can go for epics or exploration. Epics will give us 10 culture every time we kill a unit. And extra opinion from heroes. We could also go for exploration, which would give us no extra consumption when you're outside your borders. When a unit isn't inside your borders, I believe it uses up more resource. You can see here that has status, or maybe one of these warriors. Outside borders means a 50% increase, so that's pretty good. So if you go for something like exploration and vassalage, you can have very, very cheap units that don't cost a lot to maintain. Epics is nice in some ways, but I feel like exploration and vassalage scale better. Centralization is pretty powerful, 10 civic points per year and 25 science. I do like the idea of reducing my unit consumption. Units can be quite expensive to maintain, so maybe going for vassalage would be the move here. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up vassalage here. It'll save me a little bit of resources right now, but it'll generally just make my economy stronger over the course of the game. So now that we have aristocracy, we can start to appoint someone as an ambassador. I could appoint Rhea the commander, but she would just be a bad ambassador. So I'm going to find my own candidate here. So here's the 4 people who can be ambassadors. We have Hortensia the Younger, Rhea the Commander. She is my mother and she's governing. These guys are all busy, so I'm just going to take Hortensia the Younger. But I do need a little bit more civics, so I'll wait a little bit. And the Fabius are feeling like they are a favorite vassal. So they're asking to borrow money from me, which could lead to future events. I'll lend them money and see if that leads to future events. So we have our very first shrine right here, which I don't remember what it does. Shrine of Vesta. It gets extra gold from adjacent resources. Nice one. I think it would be good to add another mine to this triangle. Like 3 mines here, all boosting each other. I like the triangle. I tend to try to build things in triangles in this game, unless there's a granary involved, in which I just kind of like bam out things and try to get them adjacent to as many granaries as possible. Ooh, a bunch of news this year. So Babylonian's king has abdicated. Raid near Ostia. Zenobia the Younger is converted to paganism. King Romulus has been feeling sick lately, so I'm feeling a bit sick. My mother has died. More people have converted to Roman paganism. And we've also got another problem. The Scythians have taken over this city site. Now or rather the Carthaginians have taken over the Scythian city site. I was okay with them taking like this one down here, or maybe like another one, or like this one. But now that they're here, they're becoming a problem for me. And so I think time to start moving a military in that direction to potentially compete with them. So I'm going to get myself an Axeman. And now the really cool thing about the Axeman is that he does AoE damage. So any units adjacent to the Axeman and the unit he attacks also take 25% of the regular damage. So they're quite helpful in, doing a bit of AoE damage. So if I can just quickly clear this, and Faustus gets an upgrade. I'll give him a little bit of charisma. Do I care about his weaknesses though? Yeah, I'll give him a little bit of charisma. You can just stay there and guard that. You'll start heading back down. I'll need more military. So let's go to Rome and start training some warriors and slingers. Just get these units out. I'll also give it a governor. So who isn't busy? My wife isn't busy. Furious the Younger would give me a lot of money in here. I kind of was hoping for more civics or something, or just like a good spread of things. Zenobia the Younger is actually quite good, so I'll use her. So we can try to betray. We try to befriend this leader or try to steal his technology. I'm going to try to steal his technology because I feel like the more I take from other people, the stronger I am. So Alice the Corrupt can come home and become blessed, or I can tell him to keep exploring. Ooh, I could actually get him to found a religion. So we've actually founded Judaism in Thoranda over here. Now, founding a religion is quite powerful. There's a lot of really interesting things you can do with a religion. But right now, basically, it has a 10% chance of spreading. We can manually spread this, and I actually would like to do that. But the problem is the city just has really bad growth. So I think the thing to do in here would be to maybe get a couple more builders and start linking up my empire with roads. Because if I press V here, you can see a lot of my empire is not linked. The yellow is stuff that isn't linked to my empire, and the green is stuff that is. But we founded Judaism, and let's see, Thoranda. So I'll ask for a copy of their laws. I'll get a little bit of this here. I would have liked to have supported this faith, but the founding of Judaism is quite nice for me. So my daughter, who's second in line, can now become a builder or a diplomat. Builders are quite good at adding urban tiles. Multiple builders can build improvements, 50% construction time for workers. So we could build a lot of workers really quick. She would get a lot, and I mean a lot of discipline. Alternatively, she could become a diplomat and she can serve as my ambassador. Now, I do have an ambassador slot open, and it might not be a bad idea to have an ambassador who is quite good. I think I've already assigned someone to be a governor here. So I'll have Cornelia be my ambassador. It'll cost me 100 civic and things like that, but she'll get experience. Every 20 years she'll level, or after 20 years she'll level up once, which will open up some stuff. My governor has died. I think I already picked a new governor for the city, right? Yeah, I did. Perfect. So I reckon war between me and Carthage is very imminent, but it's mostly going to be a skirmish war. I'm not going to be looking to actually make any serious gains inside Carthaginian territory. But if an opportunity does present itself, I'm more than happy to take Nora, for example. That would be like a perfect city to take. And I could also maybe take Sabrata. If I could take Sabrata and Nora, I could relegate Carthage to being below this mountain range, and then I've pretty much secured the north for myself, which should be a guaranteed win. Again, I am playing on Prince, so we are like, or the Civ 6 version of Prince, like we're learning the game. Okay, one of my workers here is getting blapped. Babylon and Persia are at peace. One of my commanders converted to Judaism. Okay, more paganism is spreading. We completed the Hanging Gardens. I'm now severely ill. My son has died. Okay, so I have a new heir. Well, that sucks. So let's see here. I could take the border growth card here, which would give +5 border tiles in every city. I'm going to take that. I like taking boosts. I know, I'm a booster. It feels right to me to boost. Ooh, they left this city site open. I can get my Hastati here on top of it, which is perfect. So I basically stole that from Carthage now, which is amazing. Or maybe they cleared it out for me, depending on how you want to look at it. I could get another hamlet in here, and it's probably the move to do. But I think the other bigger thing is to start building a road to my other cities, because I need to get a road all the way out to here, because this will actually connect up a lot of my cities. Nice, we've got the Hanging Gardens, a bit of legitimacy, and the ambassador can do some stuff. So if I go talk to my ambassador, they could do quite a lot of things. They can ask for peace. They can ask for peace with the tribes. They can set up foreign marriages. They can set up tribal marriages. These are a little bit of expensive actions. You need a lot of civics for this. We can also demand tribute and do trade missions, do a high synod, which potentially gives us relationship boost with religions, because you have a relationship with like characters within a religion, and then you have a relationship with that religion which can affect the opinion of characters of that religion. There's like a whole complex system of allegiances and things that characters want and have and need, and it's really, really cool. I like this game a lot for that sort of thing. So let's see. Yeah, let's improve our relations with Matriarch Zenobia, and that's that turn. I find the first like 20 to 30 turns are quite slow, but once you get into the flow of things, it just comes easy peasy. Okay, so they're burning down some tiles. I am very close to death. Matriarch Rhea, the commander, is now head of Judaism. My brother is converted. The general of the Slinger has died. Oh, my nephew also is close to death. Interesting. So looks like we've got a lot of deaths in the family, but we did complete our ambition before we died, which is nice. And I think I wanted to like fully upgrade this unit. Let's give it combat strength against tribes. We'll promote it next turn as well. That's for this ambition. We've got a trade offer from Egypt. So I could trade for 13. I could give up 2 orders for 13 food. Or I could give up 8 signs for 13 food. Neither of these are particularly good for me, so I'm going to just like not take them. Marriage proposal for my daughter, Duchess Cornelia, who is now second in line to the throne. I think I will take the Guneus the Tracker, although he is quite old. I'll go for the younger guy just because he'll be around for longer and I'll be able to develop his talents a little bit better. We have the 2 barracks now in my capital city, which is generating me almost 5 training per turn, which means, you know, it's almost like a quarter of the total military training we're getting in that city. I don't think I have a hamlet in Thoranda, so I reckon that would be good to get. Now, lumber mills on the river. Most improvements that are on rivers are just better, so that's something to consider. But I also just need like a road, so road it is. I have died. So any ambitions that I had myself when I died now become legacies. Now what that means is I can still complete them and essentially sort of honor the work of my predecessor, but after a certain amount of time they will go away and I will no longer get credit for them. So I probably won't enact divine rule, but I can definitely do 2 max level units to sort of up myself to the next level. A couple of people have died here, making things a little bit more complicated for me. Let's go ahead and pick up pastures. We don't have pasture tech yet. We are dealing with a barbarian invasion. I will have to use some forced marching here to deal with this. I'm thinking a farm triangle on this river is okay, or maybe I build a mine. I do need more food, so I think I'll prioritize the farm thing. Now I don't have any wood, so I will have to pay gold to buy wood. So I'll probably use this guy to do a bit of chopping, and that'll just help out just a smidge with my wood situation. Distant rule. On a visit to the city of Roma, you're surprised to learn that the city has not remembered King Romulus, the person who founded the city, favorably. The people often use his name as an insult and say any of misfortune worse done by Romulus's hand. So I will not tolerate the insult. This will upset the city but give me legitimacy. I will not tread on my precursor's achievements, which will give me legitimacy, or I can sacrifice legitimacy for slightly less unhappiness in the city. I have a ton of legitimacy, so I don't mind burning a little bit to upgrade this, because discontent is actually really, really bad here. It lowers your growth, it lowers your science, it increases your maintenance. So getting that discontent under control actually is quite important long term. Now we get to choose our own ambition, so we can capture a foreign capital. We can control 100 population or control 50 urban tiles. Now right now we control 34, so this seems like it would be the easiest one for me to achieve. I'm most of the way along there and I can create more urban tiles, and I have 2 settlers on the way to capture even more of them. In fact, I'll capture quite a few of them over here. That works out pretty nicely for me. Maybe I could use this warrior to do that. Okay, cool. Slowly increasing my military. I'm very happy about that. I like having a large military. The game can be quite hard if you don't have a military. This is one of those games where you really cannot neglect the military because it takes actually quite a while to build one. So you need to almost have more military than you really should, because it discourages the AI from attacking you and stuff like that. Oh, we've got a raid coming on here on Thuranda, so I probably should start thinking about killing the Danes now. They have only one city near me, and it would open up options. I'd like to build up my relationship with the Scythians. Now, the Scythians have a reasonable relationship with me. We have a truce. Could I improve my... oh, you know what? I could send them pearls and salt. If I send them pearls, we have a positive relationship. Tribal alliance requires me to be a diplomat. But if I can get a tribal alliance, it typically means that I'll be able to settle cities inside Scythian territory. So I think sending them luxuries is the move here. Once I have like some kind of a diplomat leader, I might make this Atia, my leader here, who's age 7. I might make her a diplomat. Man, I just need more and more settlers. It's getting tough out here. There's so many cities that I need to just throw down. Let's see here. What kind of city do I want to settle here? There's not a whole lot of good rural resources out here, so I might just make this a Julius city. I feel like this city over here would be better as a landowners, and this one kind of works as a Julius city. Lots of orders, lots of things, bit of a treasury. It pays for itself almost. Can I connect to the sea with a road? I don't think so. I think it needs to be a harbor. So I'd have to build a road like across here, which I will do. I think I'm about to connect these cities up, so I'll add a road. Boom. Now all of these cities are connected up to my empire, which is perfect. It means my hamlets will be much easier to maintain. Speaking of hamlets, I'm going to pop a hamlet down here. Have I already built all the hamlets I'm allowed? Like what? Where are my hamlets? There we go, yeah. I'm going to pop a hamlet down here. I do want some lumber mills. And now is the time to make them, I think, especially along this river here. So, checking in on our economy. Food is weak, iron is good, stone is really good, and wood is really bad. So I need to start building up each of these resources in turn. But otherwise, my economy is actually coming along quite nicely. Let's see. All right, I have a settler coming out here. I think once I finish the slinger, I go for a settler in my capital as well. Keep developing this empire. I need 2 more settlers at least. That's before I've even thought about, conquering even more locations. So I'm just trying to get as many workers as possible because they seem pretty valuable. Egypt is at war with the Vandals. We've converted to Judaism. My cousin has lost charisma. A bunch of stuff. A couple of people have died. All right. Mostly just kind of normal events. Gnaeus, the general of the Axemen, has leveled up. I think I'll just take courage on him. Now, just trying to clear out this Danish invasion here. It looks like the Persians have already killed that one. So I reckon it's time I declared war on the Danes and took them out. Promote the Slinger. I'll give him Bloodthirsty. He only needs 1 more promotion and I'll fulfill that legacy. We could pick up land consolidation here, which would give me access to the Grove and War Elephants. And I do have a decent amount of elephants. But I think it would also be good now to start picking up garrisons because that would allow me to start generating more orders as well as getting my unique unit. So let's pick up sovereignty because it's one of my goal technologies. So the Scythians and the Vandals are going to war. I think I go to war with the Vandals and not the Scythians. I would much rather be on good terms with Scythia than the Vandals. Let's see here. So, I think we have a Judaism spreading event. Oh, actually, it's a Roma event. So I can get Judaism to spread, pick up some civics, and get an opinion boost toward Judaism. Or I can get legitimacy, upset Judaism, and become proud. Now, proud lowers my wisdom, but it gives me lots of courage. Courage is nice. Proud is kind of dangerous, though, I believe, because it could be... I mean, it is a total of +1 stat, but spreading my religion is probably a good idea. I've got Roman paganism here. I'm trying to remember where the religion button is. So I could adopt Judaism as my state religion, or I could adopt Roman paganism as my state religion. I may go the Judaism route here. If I make it my state religion, I could start spreading it. So I think I will adopt Judaism. Worship is all donation at the time to adopt Judaism as a state religion. Doing so will reduce discontent in Jewish. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to adopt Judaism because that will actually lower my discontent with that religion and I could maybe start spreading it. So I need to use a disciple to establish a theology. All right, I'm not really sure how that works. My religious head is Patriarch Statius the Builder, and I have pretty good relationship with him. And we'll probably get spreading of this religion a little bit. Repair the granary, heal the slinger. There's the settler. Run the settler north. Royal tutor, Chancellor Vice Ventulia of Rome invites you to meet. So I can hire a tutor, and I will become intelligent, educated, or miserable. So 2 of those are really good, or I could just gain experience. I'm gonna roll. I got miserable. Wow. Okay. That's bad. So already we're not off to a great start with this queen. I thought I already adopted Judaism as my state religion. Am I crazy? My aunt, who is also my heir, is now a drunk, and okay, lots of negative people's events. Let's talk to the Danes. I think we declare war. This will upset them, but you know, rightly so. It's meant to. And in the meantime, we'll just get to clearing out their units. We'll take over the settlement location, and I don't think they own many others, so I don't expect any counterattacks really. Sudden arrival from Babylonian envoys. They're demanding that we declare war on Egypt. I'm not ready to go to war with Egypt, and I'm okay with these guys being upset with me, and I'm happy to take 40 experience on my new queen, because I need to I need to build up relationship. Now, can I actually tutor myself? Here's an interesting thought. Tutor via Queen Dowager Hetepheres. So this is potentially +1 stat. Awesome. Brilliant. The pagan priest of the Oracle. We built a farm in a city with the Oracle. We can improve relationship with Roman paganism. I'm going to not support Roman paganism anymore. I'm going to let that faith kind of dwindle and die is my goal. I think it served its purpose for me, and I no longer really have a use for it. Boom! We have killed the Danes. So Rome comes first. I will gain the Proud ability, which is cool. Kind of wish I had taken more of that earlier. But yeah, vanquished a tribe and had no regrets. I could be diligent. Cultural pageant in Rome. Ooh, 8 culture per year. Very good. I'm going to say Rome must come first. That's a little bit of stats. So I currently have more negative stats than I have positive stats, which is not great. Not great. Not going to lie. But that is the Danes killed. And now it's up to me. Do I want to fight the Scythians? Scythians have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities that I can see comfortably. I think they had another one down here somewhere, but that might have been already killed. So if I'm going to go to war with the Scythians, I'll need to build a military for a little while, but I'm already in the middle of building settlers, so I don't think I'm ready to go to war with them. Now this city is probably going to be a Fabius city. I could use another Claudius city, but I have a Claudius city planned, so I'll take a Fabius city. Not an amazing city, but it's not too far away from my main empire. Right, let's promote this slinger with Eagle Eye. Boosh. So that should give me +5 legitimacy. It's only half legitimacy for older leaders' missions, but it's still worth it. I need to get my iron, food, and wood up. I have 15 turns to get it to get 5 legitimacy. And that's something I want to do anyway, so I'm okay with it. I may take up some Jewish disciples here to start spreading my religion. The more cities that follow it, the better. Your diplomats bring you an urgent report that Queen Firuz, the drill master of Carthage, made a speech in which she insulted me. So I may be young, but my armies are strong. All right, so this is war with Carthage. Okay, so Carthage declared war with me based on the fact that they were massive jerk faces. Now they have some units. They have a lot of melee units. This is going to trigger some changes in my empire. In particular, this Hastati and this Axeman needs to get closer to the front line. This Slinger can protect that. I'm going to need units down here in this sector of my empire. So pretty much every unit I have is going to start making their way down here in some form or another. And it would be good if I had roads as well, because that would speed things up significantly. So most of my orders are now going to be spent moving military units to the front line with Carthage, which sucks in some sense, but is necessary. So I could theoretically get legionaries right now if I had citadels, but I don't have sovereignty yet, which I think is what gives me the citadel. Yeah. I definitely need more orders. I don't have enough orders, so legitimacy is going to be a big focus for me here. Basically anything. Anything that increases my order rates. So building garrisons are going to be a priority. Let's see. So Egyptian king dead. Egypt declared war on Rome as well. All right. That makes things a little bit more complicated for me. You're pretty slow at building units, but you can build units in a reasonable amount of time. I reckon warriors and slingers are my best bet to hold off. So the Sword of Damocles. Egypt declared war on me. I can either get a slinger or a chariot for free in Rome. I'm going to get the chariot. I have an agent inside their city because I have that thing, so I have a good idea of what's going on in there. I have an agent here. You can see Rome has an agent here, which is useful. So they're building chariots. I have my own chariot up here. I'll need to split my forces to defend this front line to the west. Right. Mounted units are unique though, because if they kill a unit, they can attack again. So they're very, very, very powerful if the enemy's forces at all show any weakness. So we'll just get some units heading this way. Axeman can head down here. Swordsy boy. I'm spending a lot of orders moving my military around. I'm not even getting everyone where they need to be. I think part of the problem is I'm building a lot of improvements, which is eating up a ton of my orders. So I may have to slow down my economic development just to get my army in position. And I'm even having to deal with, I'm known as the Mason. I have to deal with barbarians. So I'm now known as the Mason because I've built 15 improvements. A Jewish priest believes that with a proper sacrifice, their power will instruct them in knowledge of time travel. This is madness. No. I think I'd like to start adding some units to these. I think tutoring myself again would be good. I can add a general here. I've got Oligarch Vibius. I'll add you to this unit. Perfect. What about this chariot? Who can I add to you? I can bring you Tullia of Rome. Not amazing, but I'll take it. Got a warrior up here. A warrior over here. I just want to defend all these areas. I've got 2 slingers on the way in the east, or the west side, rather. Keep making quarries. I absolutely do have to do, as much as I want to not have to, I want to be able to just kind of like slow roll my economy. I think I kind of have to continue to develop. Ooh, spooky. This lad ran in. Persia converted. Reports of a raid. So I'm getting raided a lot now. So I need to think about dealing with Scythia, because I'm at war with 2 people. I'm at war with a tribe. I'm getting raided. Oh, Zoroastrianism spread to one of my cities. I hope there's a way I can get rid of it. I'd much prefer to have my sort of Roman Judaism. Commanding charisma. Spend the whole time talking about commanders. So I would gain 2 charisma. Okay, cool. Split your time between them. So this would upset one of my generals. So let's see. I think I upset these guys. I need to get that charisma back. 80 of the Mason. I already have -1. This makes a huge difference to my character. Plus, now I have basically flipped this character on their head. I know they have positive stats. And my hope is that in 2 years, things will be good. Okay, when I'm 18 years old, I'll be able to convert to Judaism, which is perfect. And I will be doing that to try to spread Judaism in my empire. My aunt is doing what? What is your job? Oh, I think she is my ambassador. So she could do it with a level up. Discipline would give me growth in all of my cities. Charisma would give me extra civics. And wisdom would give me science and a bit of foreign opinion. I do lack science, but I think I also like the growth here. If I can get more citizens in my cities, I can work more of these specialist tiles, because a couple of my cities I don't have enough. I'm just continuing to develop my land, by the way. I'm not talking about what I do with my builders quite as much as I used to, because a lot of it is kind of semi-rote sort of, building lumber mills, throwing down farms on rivers, continuing to develop hamlets. See, we've almost hit the wood per turn milestone. Most of my cities are connected up to my trade network. Any wonders I could build? I could build a great ziggurat on one of these tiles. Makes improvements cheaper. I don't quite have enough money, but I will next turn. I could build a ziggurat next turn. Now, it looks like Carthage is mostly focused on Babylon, which means I might be able to move in and grab some of their more vulnerable cities. I think I'm going to pick up the 200 food. It's nice to have a nice surplus in your bank. Tyranny or Constitution, we get to pick a new law. Tyranny would give me 20 training that I can spend anywhere I want. It would also give me 10 gold per military unit in my city's territories. Or I could pick up Constitution, which would lower my unhappiness and give me the access to the Decree ability. I think I'm going to take Tyranny here. It costs me a little bit of civics, but it gives me a lot of this. And it'll improve my relationship with the Orator and the Julii. Now, the other option is to take Exploration, which would mean any sort of military adventures I do would be much stronger, because I wouldn't be paying for, unit consumption here, because my units are actually quite cheap to maintain. My baseline consumption is quite high, but because I have Because I have vassalage. If I combine vassalage with exploration, my units would be very, very cheap to maintain. Tyranny though. Tyranny is a lot of training. 20 training per year is a lot. The only problem is all it does is give me an opinion boost and a bit of money. Money is good though. So I think I might take Tyranny because that's just boosted me up by nearly 70 gold per turn. Let's see here. Is there a way to show where the money is coming from? Yeah, you can see here. I'm getting 30 income from Tyranny in the city of Caleva Atreba. Alright, let's build the Great Ziggurat. It's going to cost me about 1,800 gold to buy the missing materials, but it absolutely is worth it. That's an extra 2 victory points for building that. Ooh, maybe another farm here? Like, what else would I build though? The extra farm here feels really nice to me. It's probably time I thought about advancing on this city site and taking it for myself. So to that end, I'll start like moving in that direction. Persia started building the lighthouse. All sorts of things happened. But I think here is a reasonable spot to leave this episode. We're in the middle of a couple of wars. We're mostly playing it defensively. We did get Carthage to leave this city site, which I'm now taking for myself. And I will promote this warrior with the urban promotion so he's harder to kill from this tile. But yeah, I'm going to call that there. I love you all very much. I hope you guys are enjoying me playing a little bit of Old World, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.